What if I told you that two of heaven's mightiest angels, Michael and Uriel, were there when Jesus was on the cross, and they kept quiet? What they did might shock you. Was heaven truly silent when the Son of God was suffering? Or was something happening in the spiritual realm, a battle unseen by human eyes? Many know about Jesus' crucifixion, but few know about the invisible war happening at the same time, and even fewer know how Michael and Uriel played a role in it. Stay till the end as we reveal an ancient truth hidden in the scriptures, one that changes everything we thought we knew about the cross. Welcome to Divine Bible Stories, where we uncover the deepest mysteries hidden within the Holy Scriptures. If you love biblical revelations and powerful insights, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. It was the dead of night in the Garden of Gethsemane, a place of prayer now turned into the stage of betrayal. A flicker of torchlight pierces the darkness. The sound of heavy footsteps grows louder. Roman soldiers and temple guards, armed and ready, march toward Jesus, and leading them is one of his own, Judas Iscariot. He steps forward, his face shrouded in guilt, yet his heart hardened, and with a single kiss, the signal of betrayal, he hands over the Son of God. Suddenly, chaos erupts. Peter, unable to watch in silence, draws his sword and strikes, cutting off the ear of the high priest's servant. But before more blood is spilled, Jesus intervenes. He turns to Peter and speaks words that echo through eternity. "Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels?" Matthew chapter 26, verse 53. At that very moment, had Jesus called, the heavens would have opened. The mighty warrior Michael and the fiery angel Uriel, along with legions of celestial beings, would have descended to rescue the Son of God. But he didn't. Why? Why did Jesus choose silence over power, surrender over rescue? What Michael and Uriel did next will change the way you see the crucifixion forever. The sky darkens. A chilling wind sweeps over Golgotha. The crowd watches as Jesus is nailed to the cross, his hands pierced, his body broken. Mocking voices rise, the Roman soldiers laugh, the chief priests scoff, and even the thieves beside him hurl insults. But what they cannot see is the war raging in the spiritual realm. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Above the cross, Michael, the great warrior of heaven, stands ready, his sword drawn, his eyes burning with righteous fury. Beside him, Uriel, the angel of wisdom and fire, watches in silence. He sees the unfolding mystery, the greatest paradox of all time. The Son of God is dying, yet through his suffering, he is conquering. Below them, in the depths of darkness, the demons gather. They whisper, they celebrate, believing they have won. The fallen angels mock Jesus, blinded by arrogance, unaware that this moment is not their victory, but their ultimate defeat. And yet, Jesus remains silent. He does not call for legions of angels. He does not summon Michael or Uriel. But if he had spoken a single word, Michael and Uriel would have intervened immediately. But instead, they did something unexpected. The Son of God hangs upon the cross. The sky is dark, the earth trembles, and the forces of darkness celebrate. But in the unseen realm, something powerful is taking place. Satan moves to claim victory. For centuries, he has sought to destroy the promise of salvation. From the moment God spoke in the Garden of Eden, saying, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. Now he believes the moment has come. He has deceived the hearts of men, turned the religious leaders against the Messiah, and led the Roman Empire to crucify him. But Satan has forgotten something. He has fought battles before, and he has lost before. A long time ago, in the halls of heaven, he had once stood in glory, known as Lucifer, the anointed cherub. Perfect in beauty, full of wisdom, until pride was found in him. The rebellion began, and in the midst of that war, one name rose in defiance against him, Michael. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7-9. Michael, the mighty defender of heaven, the prince of God's armies, stood against Lucifer and cast him down, and now he stands once again. As Jesus suffers on the cross, Michael grips his sword, his eyes locked upon the adversary. He sees Satan move through the crowd, filling their hearts with cruelty. He hears the mockery. "If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." Matthew chapter 27, verse 40. The enemy dares to test Jesus, just as he did in the wilderness. Michael stands ready. One command from the throne of God, and he would descend in fury, unleashing the wrath of heaven. He had done it before. He had fought for Daniel, delayed by the prince of Persia. But this time, God commands him to hold his sword. Michael clenches his jaw, his grip tightens. He watches as the blood of the Lamb drips to the ground. The Son of God is dying, and he is commanded not to fight, because this battle is not won with swords but with sacrifice. Michael, the warrior of God, stands not as a conqueror, but as a guardian, ensuring nothing interrupts the sacrifice that will shatter the power of death. The legions of angels remain at his back, waiting for the call that never comes. The forces of hell press forward, thinking they have won. And Michael, for the first time in history, does not strike. Because this victory will not belong to the sword, it will belong to the Lamb. In the midst of the chaos, another figure moves unseen. His name is Uriel, the angel of fire and wisdom. Among the archangels, Uriel is known as the keeper of divine mysteries, the one whom God sends to reveal hidden truths. He was there when the prophet Ezra questioned the fate of the world. The angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer and said, "Your understanding has utterly failed regarding this world. Do you think you can comprehend the way of the Most High?" 2 Esdras, chapter 4, verses 1-4. Uriel speaks only when necessary. He does not fight like Michael, nor does he carry messages like Gabriel. Instead, he is sent to illuminate what must be known. And on this day, Uriel is sent to the heart of Jerusalem. As Jesus suffers on the cross, Uriel enters the holy city. The people are unaware. The priests continue their rituals, the sacrifices are being prepared, and the Pharisees celebrate their false victory. Inside the temple, the Holy of Holies remains untouched. But something is about to change. At the very moment Jesus cries out, his voice shakes the heavens. "It is finished." John chapter 19, verse 30. And then the earth quakes. Uriel, the angel of fire, moves into action. He enters the temple and stands before the great veil, the massive curtain that separates sinful man from the holy presence of God. For generations, this veil has stood as a barrier. Only the high priest could pass through it, and only once a year, carrying the blood of sacrifice. But now, the true high priest has made the ultimate sacrifice. With one motion, Uriel lifts his hands, and the unseen fire of heaven tears the veil in two, from top to bottom. Why? Why did this happen? Because at that moment the old covenant was fulfilled. The earthly priesthood was no longer needed. Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has ascended into heaven, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 to 16. Uriel ensures that this moment is seen by all, that the world will know the meaning of Christ's death. This act is no accident. It is a sign. Just as fire purifies gold, so does the death of Jesus purify the souls of men. Uriel does not speak, but his actions declare the truth. The barrier is gone. The separation is over. Access to God is now open to all. And as Uriel watches the temple shake, as the priests fall to the ground in fear, he knows heaven's greatest mystery has just been revealed. For hours, darkness has consumed the land, a sign that something far greater than human suffering is unfolding. The people murmur in fear. Some rush home, sensing an unnatural presence in the air. The Roman soldiers shift uneasily, gripping their weapons. Even the chief priests, so sure of their victory, begin to wonder. And then, it happens. The ground beneath Golgotha shakes violently. Cries of terror rise from the crowd as the tremors grow stronger. Rocks split apart, buildings sway, and the foundations of the temple groan under the weight of the divine. Michael and Uriel stand as witnesses to this divine earthquake. Tombs burst open, and the righteous dead stir within. The power of Christ's sacrifice is already at work, unraveling the chains of death itself. Yet while the earth trembles in chaos, something even more terrifying happens in the unseen realm. As Jesus breathes his last, the demonic hosts scream in agony. The kingdom of darkness realizes it has been deceived. For hours, Satan believed he had won. The Son of God was bleeding, broken, and mocked by the very ones he came to save. The forces of hell had celebrated his suffering, thinking that by killing him, they had crushed God's plan. But now they see the truth. What looked like defeat was actually the greatest victory in history. Michael tightens his grip on his sword, watching as the fallen angels recoil in horror. Uriel, the angel of divine wisdom, understands what Satan did not, that this was the plan from the very beginning. And now, they do not descend to rescue Jesus. They do not unleash the wrath of heaven upon those who crucified him. Instead, they escort the soul of Christ as he descends into the depths. He was put to death in the body but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 18 to 19. With power and authority, Jesus enters the depths of the underworld. Michael and Uriel stand guard as the King of Glory steps into the domain of the dead. Hell itself quakes. The demons that once mocked him now tremble at his presence. For 3 days the world will wait. For 3 days it will seem as though darkness has won. But soon the grave will break. And what began as the darkest moment in history will lead to the greatest resurrection the world has ever seen. For 3 days the world lay in silence. The disciples hid in fear. The women wept in sorrow. The enemies of Christ believed they had won. But in the unseen realm, something was happening. In the depths of the earth, the Son of God stood victorious. He had descended into the realm of the dead, not as a prisoner, but as a conqueror. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades. Revelation chapter 1, verse 18. And now, the moment of triumph has come. It is the 3rd day. The sky over Jerusalem is still dark, the air thick with anticipation. The Roman guards stand at the tomb of Jesus, unaware that the greatest event in history is about to unfold. Suddenly, Michael, the mighty warrior of heaven, descends with the angelic host. His presence shakes the very foundations of the earth, just as it did when he cast Lucifer out of heaven. But this time he does not come to make war, he comes to announce victory. The massive stone sealing the tomb, it is not moved by human hands. With a single command, Michael directs the angel to roll it away. The soldiers, hardened warriors of the Roman Empire, fall to the ground in terror. But there is one more task to be done. As Michael leads the charge, Uriel, the angel of wisdom and light, ensures that no one can stop what is about to happen. His very presence is blinding. The soldiers, who were ordered to keep the tomb sealed, are struck with supernatural fear. They cannot see clearly, they cannot move, because the light of heaven has come. And then, from the depths of the tomb, from the place where death once reigned, Jesus rises. His burial cloths are left behind. The grave could not hold him. Michael and Uriel stand as witnesses as the Son of God steps out of the tomb in glory. This is the moment that all of history has been waiting for. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the Archangel, and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. Michael's trumpet will one day sound again, but today it is a silent victory, one that will echo for eternity. Uriel, the keeper of divine mysteries, knows that the truth has been revealed. The veil was torn, the stone was rolled away. Nothing will ever be the same again. It was won by the Lamb, and now the world will know, for Christ has risen, and death has lost its power forever. What we have just witnessed is one of the greatest divine mysteries in history. From the unseen battle at the cross to the angelic presence at the tomb, Michael and Uriel were not just watching, they were part of God's divine plan. But now, I want to hear from you. Did you know that Michael and Uriel had a role in Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection? What do you think about this incredible revelation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And here's something even more exciting. I am still deep in research, uncovering even more hidden mysteries about this story. There are still secrets waiting to be revealed, things that history and scripture may hold that we haven't even touched yet. So, if you want to go even deeper into these divine mysteries, make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you won't miss the next episode. Like this video to help more people discover these powerful revelations. Share with others so they too can explore the unseen realms of the Bible. Thank you for watching, and remember, the battle has already been won. See you in the next episode of Divine Bible Stories.